thinking about how when life is hard, we start to sometimes complain or get stressed out or lose interest in the things that we were committed to at one time. It's kind of like somebody who was really, really into the gym before the pandemic and before gyms closed. And then gyms closed and they find a new way to work out. Like if they're really committed. If they're not committed, then their loyalties are swayed to, oh, well, I'm too busy. I don't have time to go out. I don't have time to go for a run. But when they're committed, they make a way. I know life is a lot harder than a diet or an exercise regimen, but nothing in life is easy. Nothing in life worth doing is easy. Marriage isn't easy. Raising kids isn't easy. Sticking to your diet isn't easy. What we're going through as a country is definitely catastrophically challenging. But the thought occurred to me the other day, and I shared it with somebody that I invest in and mentor, and I said, listen, if your mood is determined by how easy things are, if your mood is determined by things going well and looking like they're working out for you, and if they don't work out or if they don't look right, then you all of a sudden completely change. Are you really committed? Are you really hopeful? Or are you just fickle, where your interests and your loyalties switch based on a mood or based on how hard it is? Kids get tested so that their parents can see and locate where the children are. It's not just for the curriculum. It's so that there's an accountability, so that we can identify whether this child needs help in math or needs help in English or needs to be maybe sent up a grade because they're that smart, they're that proficient. You get tested at the doctor's office or hospital because you need to know where you're at internally, things that you can't see, things that you can't examine in yourself in real life, in everyday life, are found out during the test. This is not a silver lining message. This is a message to say, we're all being tested. What's really inside of us is going to come out under pressure. And so it's uncomfortable. It's not always cute. It's definitely hard to look at in the mirror sometimes. But I would rather know what I'm really dealing with in the test so that I can make the adjustment, so that I can stay steady in what I'm doing that does work, so that I can be aware of what I need to change, and so that I can determine and see that I'm as resilient and as hopeful and as alive and as expectant in the hardest times as I am when everything looks peachy and everything seems to be going my way. I am expectant because I truly do believe, even with insurmountable pressure, insurmountable odds, I was made for this time in history. I was born for this time in history. And I believe we all were born for this time. So don't allow yourself to fade or to lose sight of the fact that all that's going on around us is not to defeat us. Somebody said it to me the other day in an interview. It was Rob Stewart from KVIE in Sacramento. This is not to defeat you. This is to define you. I love that. Whatever we're facing, whatever tests we're going through, whatever crisis we currently are staring down, this is the time to decide that you will be just as expectant and just as on fire about what matters to you, about your values, about your passion, about your goals and ambitions as you were when things were easier. And we used to think that at times things weren't easy. Now we're really getting to that next level of overcoming. So I just wanted to give you that, because without the adversity, we will not see the growth. Somebody taught me that when you're lifting weights, it's development. You're developing that muscle. We have to allow, and I've had it happen in my life. Anytime I faced adversity, anytime my family faced adversity, that was a defining moment. May we all take this test and face it head on and see what we're really made out of. Have a good night.